Let's get ready to rumble! No, but seriously, welcome to the first ever episode of Anythink, the show pretty much about anything. We talk about music, we talk about science, we talk about, or at least we hope to. We hope to please your ears with the listening power, or something like that. We hope to please your ears with many interesting conversations and such. We're bringing up science news, Loudwire, and any music news, anything that's going on. Trying to make things more exciting, and hopefully this podcast will only continue to grow with different guests who are actually experienced in the subject of science and all that stuff, definitely. But yes, today we'll be testing out something I haven't used in such a long time, which Spreaker. I just downloaded it on my iPod, and that's how things worked when I was younger. 2 years ago. Yes, I was younger then. And that's the way things are gonna be. I just kidding now. Once again, I'm gonna try not to ramble, but no, that's not the way things are gonna be. Things are different now. We're gonna take over the airwaves. We're gonna do it professionally as professionally as possible. Today we're gonna talk about just random stuff that we find anywhere. So yes, let's remember, you guys can hashtag join in on the discussion on Twitter or Spreaker. Just use the hashtag on Twitter. Just use the hashtag #MaidinLive, and or anything, and I'll get to your tweets on air. Or if you want to chat right now, we have to chat. If you want to chat, feel free to. Once again, this is just a test. We might find somewhere else to take our business, or we might. That's not something. No? Fair enough. So yes. So let's get into today's discussion. This is Anythink, where anything is possible. Anyway, so today's discussions, I'm not really sure, but welcome to the very first episode. This is very kind of exciting, I guess. Yes, in a very, very merry TESTMAS to all. We're going to be talking about really anything I find in the news, and talking about anything metal-related, science-related, anything like that, as to the best of my knowledge as possible. I'm not an astrophysicist. As an astrophysicist, I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson or anything. I don't have a degree in that stuff. We'll just be going over stuff like that, music and stuff like that. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can. It's at BaseRig97. Don't laugh at me. I've had that username up since the very beginning. And join in on the discussion there while you can. Use the hashtag #BurnInLive or hashtag Anythink. Is probably what it should be, but I just came up with that, so it wasn't enough time. It's brilliant, isn't it? Unless it's already been used. If it's already been used, we'll go on right with it. We have nothing going on, but nothing going on in the hashtag, except for like my tweet and another tweet. We're all tweets. All right. So we'll be getting into the discussion right now. I want to tell you guys, once again, my goals for this series. Hopefully, if we end up moving it to a new website or anything else of the likes, we will notify you. We will keep you updated. But pretty much my goals for the show are to basically, I guess you can say, make an impact. But whatever, however cheesy that would be. But I guess my goals would be to basically get some maybe live acts to come in and play some music for us. To get some guest speakers to basically become better at talking, and to really professionalize, if that's even a word. I'm not even sure if it is, my entire sort of portfolio or whatever. But so hopefully we'll get into some more topics. Today is just a test. First off, you guys can listen to this on SoundCloud, YouTube, or even right here on the site as soon as we're done. And then, but episodes will be deleted. Will be deleted within the first few days, in order to conserve space. But you can always listen to the archived versions on Twitter. No. But on hopefully iHeartRadio, maybe one day, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So, all right. So those are pretty much what I hope to accomplish. And yet again, make more sense as we go along here. But yes, right now we're going to talk about some news. Some stuff we're going to going on. We're going to dive into some news. I should probably be more prepared. So, just enjoy some music where I find some, we'll be right back. You're listening to Anythink, where anything can be discussed. Back. See, I've found some articles we got going on here. Remember, we are on a time crunch, guys. We are on a time crunch. we're gonna switch up. All right, first off, big news on Science Alert. Our first glimpse at the color of Pluto's atmosphere reveals blue skies and red ice. Obviously, I love hearing about space news. I love just the whole topic of space exploration. It's incredible to find out what's out there, even if I don't know too much, even if I'm not too knowledgeable in the subject myself. But on October 8th, of course you guys have heard about the New Horizons spacecraft, which had given us views of Pluto that we had never quite seen ever. But on October 8th, NASA released the first color photo of Pluto's atmosphere, and it looks beautiful. I'm thinking I'm gonna cry. And the shade they saw was anything but expected. It's blue, just like Earth's. I guess we could have said that a bit better. It's blue, just like Earth. Who would have expected the blue sky and the Kuiper belt? It's gorgeous. Alan Stern, who is the principal investigator for the New Horizons team, said in a NASA press release. So, pretty much, and this would pretty much mean, a blue sky would pretty much, anyway. And taking note, blue atmosphere would not mean that Pluto is pretty much teeming with life, says them. Rather, or not really, or but it'll give it gives planetary scientists a better idea of both the size and composition of the types of particles and comprise the dwarf planet's atmosphere. And the blue sky often results from scattering of sunlight by very small particles, said science team researcher Carly Hewitt. On Earth, those particles are very tiny nitrogen molecules. On Pluto, they appear to be larger, but still relatively small soot-like particles we call tholins. Tholins are type molecules, and then it pretty much goes into that, and how tholins are forming on Pluto's atmosphere, possibly what we suspect. And over time, the tholins will fall to the surface, combining with other molecules on their way down, and subsequently adopting a brownish red color, which could contribute to Pluto's iconic red coloring. And of course, we all know, pretty much. And actually, fun fact, since its closest approach to Pluto, the New Horizons spacecraft has traveled an additional 500 million miles, 804 million kilometers, and is now 3.1 billion miles, 4.9 billion kilometers from Earth. NASA reports that its systems are healthy and operating normally. Well, this is actually very fantastic news. But so. Alright, now we're going to dive into some music. We'll be right back with some articles. Alright, so now we're on loudhour.com. Here's some of the biggest news on the front page. Iron Maiden add more 2016 tour dates. I wouldn't mind seeing them. They're a pretty great band. I actually have a copy of their album Power Slave. As a digipack, or as a their physical release. And I haven't given much of a listen to their Book of Souls album, but they have been they're adding Canada, Europe, and South America dates to their 2016 world tour. So far, which opens up March 24th. Or I read that wrong. This is why you cannot rely on me. But February 24th, and closes out on June 8th. Closes out on June 8th. So that should be quite some fun. And once again, excuse my pretty much lack of preparation for the for the occasion. I really, honestly, this is the first episode, and we're only doing the test. We're going over some news right now. The Metalocalypse countdown leads to online campaign calling for finale. I haven't seen too much of Metalocalypse, but I'm guessing it's obviously it seems to me that it's been a couple years since it aired on Adult Swim. But they're planning to wrap up the series, and I'm guessing that it wasn't really renewed to at least come back and close out the series with the band, which is always nice. If I had presented the show, I couldn't necessarily, for the sake of the viewers, for the sake of the continuity, for the sake of all the questions to be asked, and for everything that we don't know, I would definitely, it's an animated series, but it still deserves to have answers, I guess. Not too kept up on Metalocalypse, but and I've heard about this. Actually, they teamed up with a campaign called Metalocalypse Now, which is designed to combine the efforts of grassroots supporters with the heavy metal community, record labels, comedians, and instrument brands, and showing their support for the series, which was announced by Brendan Small at New York Comic Con, teaming up with Rocksmith. So, let's see about that. And Faith No More welcomes, speaking of hockey, and which is finally back. The season started up yesterday, with the Rangers, Blackhawks, you got some Canucks, you got some, so on and so forth. I forget the other games, but, Faith No More, actually, over the summer, New York Rangers player, Dan Boyle, went on tour with Faith No More as a roadie. That's always really nice. Always there some sports players into the great genre of metal. And a hockey off season might seem like an eternity to players who just can't get enough of the game. But New York Rangers star Dan Boyle made the most of his time by hitting the road and with avant-garde rockers Faith No More for 4 tour dates over the summer. No, I wasn't just tagging along. He was a full-fledged roadie. Some guys are just workaholics, and Boyle and Boyle is one of them. In fact, he reached out to Faith No More, his favorite band, asking if he could roadie for the band for a string of dates. The band willingly accepted, and Boyle set out to live another one of his dreams. The defenseman spent time with the band and the crew, performing a variety of roadie responsibilities like setting up the stage and distributing passes. When asked by the New York Post, Boyle said, as silly as it sounds, it was an amazing experience. Being a roadie is a thankless job, but an important job. It's not that different from what the Rangers trainers do for us. The trick encompassed Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Boston, and New York City. For a hockey player who has spent 16 seasons in the NHL so far, this regimen shouldn't be anything too strenuous. The Rangers defenseman is no stranger to his favorite band, as singer Mike Patton and drummer Mike Borden tweeted a picture with a hockey star confirming his signing with the New York-based team in 2014. The Faith No More members were first to break the news of the signing, giving an indication of the relationship between the band and Boyle. So that's incredible. That's some great. That's awesome. That's some great news coming out of the hockey world, I guess. But we're actually winding down. And let's end. I guess we're gonna try to end with pretty fun story. Mike Borden meets Whiplash in this epic drum mashup. I just saw the thumbnail for it. He's actually playing on the Hello Kitty drum kit. Let's mic up. And mashed up to Whiplash, and see what we can do as far as playing it, which we might not be able to, but say come on, no. Alright, only Fortnite can make such questionable instrument. Really, I guess work. Well, anyway, it looks like that might be all the time we have. I'm so sorry. Well, anyway, thank you guys for joining in. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit the follow button or whatever it is on here. I completely forget. Might be a while before we get back on the air, but when we do, make sure you guys stick around. And hopefully we'll have some more people and more preparations, more everything made. So until next time. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at BaseRig97 and Instagram at IndubitablyBrendan. This has been Brendan Fick for Anythink. Wow. Let's try that again. Take two. This has been Brendan Fick for Anythink. Where anything's possible. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Peace. Bye-bye.